Hey math kids, today we're going to talk about derivatives of log functions, and once again we're just going to kind of jump right in. Really the only new rule we need to talk about is that log of x, when you take the derivative of it, when you take the derivative of log of x, it becomes 1 over x, but we are assuming that x is greater than 0 for that to work. All right, so let's do some examples. So we have natural log of 1 minus 3x, and then we also have x cubed natural log x. Okay, so what we want to do first is we just apply the rule, that's this, and so we say 1 over 1 minus 3x. Now, because this is inside the function, we need to apply the chain rule, and so we're also going to multiply that by the derivative of the inside, meaning this. And then when we multiply those together, we get negative 3 over 1 minus 3x. Over here, we have two functions, so we're going to do the chain rule. So we write down the first function just as is, then we take the derivative of the second function, and we add that to the second function times by the derivative of the first function. Okay, with a little simplification, x cubed divided by x is going to be x squared, and then I'm just going to pull this out in front and do 3x squared natural log x. Okay. Your book even takes it a little bit further and factors things out. I don't know why, though. I wouldn't do it that way. Okay, now just a couple more functions. So natural log of x, e to the negative x. And yeah, we'll do these one at a time. So first step, just apply the rule. So 1 over x, e to the negative x. Then we want to do the derivative of the inside. Now, so I'm just going to say inside deriv. It's a product rule, and so we take the first, times it by the derivative of the second, which is going to be negative e to the negative x, because there's a little chain rule in there. Then we're going to take the second and times it by the derivative of the first, which is just 1. So if we simplify this, we get negative x e to the negative x plus e to the negative x. And so we're going to take all of this and multiply it by this, because once again, we applied the rule, then we have to multiply by the derivative of the inside. And so all of this gets multiplied by all of this, and so it basically just goes on top. So we get negative x e to the negative x plus e to the negative x. And I think I see why on that previous problem they decided to factor, because it's giving you a clue about how we can simplify it. Now technically, if you turned in your assignment and gave me that answer, I would accept it. But if we have e to the negative x, e to the negative x, we can factor those out. So we get e to the negative x times by negative x plus 1. And then on the bottom, we have e to the negative x and x. So these cancel. And so our final answer can be written as simply as this, or even better, 1 minus x over x. Okay? Any of these I'll accept, any of those things that are circled in white. So I'm not too worried about the simplification at this point.